Yes, guys, welcome to SFeatleyTV, and we're doing the Arsenal gossip column, your weekly Arsenal news debate show. Yeah, where we can basically moan about this club even more, to be honest, because same shit yet again, same BS I hear a lot of the time. So yeah, let's jump straight into it because, obviously, there's still a few things I've got to say about this team, about this club. And I think we're going to start with Edu. Edu. Let's start with Edu, shall we? Right. But before we do, smash the likes up. Big up Carl. Big up Freddie. What's up, guys? Hope you're well. I'm doing okay, mate. I'm fed up with this club as usual. But by the way, Arteta fans, just what you know, right? Shirt from when we had standards, you know what I mean. So yeah, obviously they'll probably all recognise that shirt, but they'll probably still say, right, we'll get there, in their own imaginary world. But anyway, yeah, Edu, right? Edu, the fraud that is Edu, right? There's something dodgy about this guy. Seriously dodgy, and I'm talking rousingly dodgy, right? And I'll tell you this because when you look at the deals that have gone down, you've got Gabriel that he signed Martinelli, he signed Willian. Marquinhos is now another one. He only wants to buy Brazilian players, for example, right? Then what really triggered it for me, because I don't usually like conspiracy theories or anything like that, but what's triggered it for me is about the Marquinhos deal. We've paid 3.5 million to go and sign Marquinhos, or we're going to. If so, where is he? Anyway, if that's the case, then, and we've paid 3.5 mil for him, why are we doing that when he's on a free? He's available for free. Why are we doing it? It's like, here you go, Sao Paulo, here you go. How about you just have 3.5 mil, right? And we'll take, you have 3.5 million for free, right? Even though we could have got freaking Marquinhos on a free. It doesn't make any sense to me. Big up, Manny. Hope you're doing well, mate. He's gone quiet.
Yeah. You can hear me, can't you?
Yeah, I can hear you. So yeah, as I'm going through, I'm looking at this deal, and we're spending 3.5 mil on a player that's available for free. That makes no sense. What? Because you want what? A special? And I'm hearing the excuses. It's because he wants a special relationship with Sao Paulo. Well, you do that by continually doing deal after deal after deal with the club. If you have good business between both clubs, that's how they build their relationship. You don't fucking bribe them, right? Otherwise, I'll tell you what, Edu, pay me 3.5 million and I'll say whatever you want. You know what I mean? If you're gonna give away 3.5 million, can I have some? Can I have some of it? Can we all have some of it? Because I think we all deserve it as Arsenal fans. Putting up with your shit all the time. Manny, this deal from Edu, what do you make of it? Because it doesn't make sense to me.
There's a word, Stephen, for that sort of a transaction. It's called a kickback. And in proper business parlance, that should be considered illegal and an act of impropriety. That's really the short of it that I can say.
Yeah.
And I did hear those excuses about the special relationship. I believe somebody made a comment like that on Lee Gunner's channel. And you would think that way, but then here's the thing: Edu is Brazilian himself, and obviously he wants to have that relationship. But it's like you go to a store, yeah, and you want a certain product over there, and if you enjoy the store, if you really like the product, you buy in bulk, and you don't expect any kind of a deal sweetener, or maybe you'll be offered that. But this is just a kickback. If you want to have that special relationship, just continue to invest.
Business.
Yeah, you continue to do business with that club. Look for that sort of talent, and that's the way it works. I think the murkiness about it is that Marquinhos' contract was supposedly meant to be for 5 years, but due to some technicalities, it's not been accepted by the Brazilian FA as a 5-year contract, only a 3-year deal. So in that technical sense, he's now considered a free agent. So maybe there's a lot more to it. But still, for Edu to just offer that sort of money, he should know as a board member that people have a right to know where their money's going and why it's being spent. And if he's willing to indulge in that sort of stuff, then surely there should be some watchdog tapping him on the shoulder and saying, "Sorry, son, you can't do that. Try that again."
We got rid of Sanelli because of it, didn't we? We got rid of Sanelli because he was doing it with Pep with such as the Pepe deal, for example. Why is there now this excuse with Edu? I don't get it. For me, it's for me, it just doesn't sit well at all. It doesn't really sit well at all. Like, what other club would go and pay money for a player who is on a free? Which other club? Could you name me? There's not even a club in League 2 that would do it, right?
No.
So why is there an excuse? Like, why is there the excuse? I have got no idea about it. Right? Why? Because he used to be an ex-player. Well, yeah, so great. So did Arteta, but I want him gone. Right? So there you go. It makes this big ups to hope you. I'm going to move on to that, Anti. I'll come back to that because we're going to talk about like Saka and Martinelli's contracts, right, and why they're not being offered new ones. Only Arsenal could pay money for a player who's on a free, literally the next month. You know what I mean? Edu, taking you for mugs, absolutely. You either still need to look into that Pepe. Alexander, it's 70 million involved. There is no way they're looking into it. Not on God's green earth. Not when there's that amount of money involved. Big up, James. I hope you're doing well, my friend. In general, I've been a bigger fan of Edu's business than our recent directors, so I have more time for him. Majority of his signings but there's no excuse. I'm sorry. You're gonna do this sort of fuckeries, get out of my club. If you're gonna do this sort of shit, get out of my club. You don't deserve to be at my club if you're gonna do this sort of shit. Like, and this is where I come down to the other part of it. And then we spoke about this in the review. Why are people buying shirts and still backing these people? Why are they backing the board? Why are you backing the merch? Like, why, you, especially when they all sit there and they moan about the board, they moan about the owners, they moan about the manager, right? So you moan about the manager, the board, and the owners, okay, and the owners, right? A, why aren't you protesting? B, Why are you buying the shirts? Why?
Top question. And it segues back to the last few days of Arsene Wenger's reign, where, if memory serves me right, the discontent was allowed to reach a certain level where most of the fan base were united in the fact that he had to leave. He had, got taken the club as far as he could. He'd done his dash, and he was pretty much growing, as you would say, Stephen, senile. So everyone decided that enough was enough, and I believe there was a point where there were some walkouts. I don't necessarily remember if merchandise sales were affected, but that really was the way it was then, and that was when things had gone so bad.
I don't think there was walkouts. It was just the fact no one bothered turning up.
Oh yeah, that.
No one bothered
I'm not
turning up.
say potato, but that is more or less what happened, because you breed that level of discontent and it gets reflected. Here now, though, things are nowhere near better than they were in Arsene Wenger's last years, and yet people still want to buy the merchandise. Maybe it's a combination of their belief in the so-called youth project, and that's going to segue into the second issue.
No, but it's the ones that don't believe in the process, right? They sit there moan about the process all season, show how shit we are, right? And say we're not getting top four, this, that, and all the other. Right? I'm sorry, Luca, you're fucking one of them. Like, I'm sorry, you're fucking one of them, mate. Like, you've sat there all season saying we're not getting top four, we're not doing this, we're not doing that, we're shit. Like, Arteta out, Kroenke out, and the board out. You bought tickets last season, and you're going to go to this season, and you've already bought the new fucking shirt. I'm sorry. I just had to do it. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you cut me off and mentioned that, because that's even worse, yeah? You know that things are terrible, and yet you still want to buy into it?
You still buy the shirt!
I mean...
Maybe I'm sorry, Luca. I'm sorry, Luca. I'm sorry, but it's when you're trying to do a video and you're trying to hide the fucking collar of it. If you've forgotten, there's a collar now, so you can't hide it. I need to calm down. I need to stop before I get cancelled again. Try and get cancelled again. Yeah, but look, in all seriousness, it just doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But what it is, we'll go into this season, and we'll have a mediocre season, because I don't think we'll get anywhere near the top four. Like, I think we'll be lucky if we get top six, to be honest. Like, if I'm not even lying, and then everyone will start moaning. Right? You know what I mean? Big up, Saeed. I hope you're doing all right, mate.
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing all right. After just working out how you still buy a shirt and shit. I'm sorry.
For me, yeah.
Go on.
People who back the process and back the manager, if they want to buy shirts, then they can buy shirts. That's fine. Yeah. But people who criticizes the manager, criticizes the owners, criticizes other fans, calling them deluded, and then buy shirts themselves, I can never respect that. I'm sorry. It's just, it doesn't sit well with me. I don't get it. Like, you contradict yourself. It's like, you can't say that
it's hypocritical.
You are Arteta out, but you Kroenke in. It's like the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah, Arteta is still like, if you say it's like saying by the way, it's like saying I'm Kroenke out, but I'm Arteta in, for example. Like, that's still a problem, because if like Arteta is still part of the problem, like he still buys if you're buying the shirt, for example, if you're still buying the shirt, you're still having that problem, because Arteta is there to bring money in. It's simple as that. He's there. But by the way, anyway, big up everyone that's watching already. Do smash the like on the video if you can. I'll keep tapping up the likes. Yes, make sure you keep doing that as well. We're in Europa League. We get 8 more games. You see, no players has coming in. Here's the thing: Spurs have signed 2 signings already. We ain't got 1. Well, no, hang on. Let me do that. Spurs have got 2 signings already, right? We've only bought 1. So, like, just yeah. We ain't even bought 1.
Fair, we have 2 players. We have Matt Turner and
No. They don't count. No. Don't start with that. Don't start trolling with that. That doesn't count. Mate, otherwise you're gonna sound so. I'm gonna start naming you like one of them Arteta lot. Honestly, Jesus.
For Steven, we have what Wenger would call it's like a new signing in Saliba as well.
No. That is like a new signing, to be fair, because it gets rid of fucking.
Yeah, but yeah. The thing is,
you say you agree, but you've bought the shirt. For fuck's sake. I'm sorry.
Taking the mickey.
No hard feelings. I thought he was. They won the. I thought he was. And they've won. Look, Stephen, mate, I ain't being cocky. I'm just being. Look, mate. I actually, Dan, I can completely agree with you. You've got an elite manager. You've got 2. You've bought Perisic already. You've bought a backup goalkeeper already. Right, you're going to spend even more money on as we go further, right? So, like, if you just give exactly what Conte wants, we ain't going to get nowhere near you. No way. We could actually have a decent squad, and we still won't get near you. Simple, like, and that's the thing. It's going to be an interesting fight, and we're not going to play any sort of part in it. So it's mad. It's mad in its sense. I want to try and get. If anyone hasn't checked this week's transfer target shows, there was one on Sunday, one on Monday, and then a pre-recorded one today. If you haven't checked the pre-recorded one, go back and check that one out. And here's the thing: we've been dilly and dallying about Jesus. We want about 10 million less than what they were asking for, right? And now, because we've been doing that and not just basically, if you want the player, just spend the extra 10 mil. You've already spent 3.5 mil for no reason, right? So another 6.5 mil wouldn't matter to go and get actual Jesus, right? So if that's the case, then why are we not doing that? Because now other clubs, including Real Madrid, are now coming in and are now interested. And if they're going to start putting offers in, we ain't getting him. Simple. It's like Man United. I've just heard Man United we're looking at getting Nunes. Now Liverpool come in and agree personal terms. But they've now agreed. Liverpool have now agreed personal terms is coming already.
They can buy that Nunes. I don't think he's any good, if I'm honest.
Okay, but
I don't rate him.
What we got.
We don't have a striker, so but I wouldn't spend 100 million on him. That's crazy for me.
No, we've got a guy that's like called in the cab service. Hello, right? He's like calling a bus service. Right? He doesn't score any, and then when he least expect it, 2 come at once. Right? But look, speaking of strikers, Lacazette. I wanted to talk a bit about Lacazette because obviously he's left the. He's pretty much left the club now.
Lack of threat. Did you
Lack
say
of
that?
threat, yeah. Lack of threat, Lacazette, whatever you want to bloody call him. How do you rate his time at Arsenal? So he's been since 2017-18 to the end of 2021-22. What do you make of his time at Arsenal?
Who do you want to go first?
I'll start with Saeed on that one. Before we do though, what do you think of Nations League? Don't care. I really don't care. I'm really not bothered. Trusted the pro. Anthony, mate, like seriously, try and keep it respectable. It's not even past the 9 p.m. watershed, for fuck's sake. We need to get signage through the door ASAP. Exactly, especially. No, I don't do watch-alongs for England unless it's the World Cup or the Euros. I ain't got the time. Spurs still can't be cocky. Yeah, no. He's not being cocky. He's being realistic, mate. He's being realistic, to be honest. Trying to Arteta buying like for 50 mil due to Jay-Z still breaking down. I laugh. Yeah, that would honestly sum up my football club in a heartbeat. Oh, we could get Jesus. Can we offer you another 200 grand a week? Like, we'll give you back the contract like that we're giving to Jesus, because that's basically what we've done. We've taken Lacazette's contract. I'm going to give it to Jesus because apparently he wants 200. We want to give him 200 grand a week to try and come. If we don't get him, what do we do? Give Lacazette his contract back. Said, here you go. Here's another year extension. Like, you know what I mean? Jesus is linked to Chelsea. Yeah, he's also linked to Real Madrid. Nunes. There's just loads of comments. Lacazette will be leaving in the June. Goodbye. Meet you. Lacazette had sustained his 89th. Yeah, absolutely, mate. That's probably like the one we'll finish fourth. It would have been better if you sold Lacazette last summer and got some. Yeah, absolutely, mate. But we don't do that. We let him go on a free, right? We're free player central. That's what we are, right? We're free player FC. Right? We let him go on frees. So, yeah. So, Saeed, Lacazette's time at Arsenal. What do you make of it? Oh, okay. Manny, we'll go with you then.
Okay, well, there was a comment in your chat over there from Freddie, and I've just responded to him. If he had gone back to his 18-19 season form, that is the just come over here right now.
He won player of the season for Arsenal that season, didn't he?
Yeah. So I remember when Wenger bought him, and he was certainly rated quite highly, and certainly should have kicked on with us and did start quite well. I think he sort of faded a little bit. And I think it's also fair to say that given the amount of competition for strikers in the French squad, the fact that he never made the World Cup squad possibly, might have dented his ambition maybe a little bit. I don't know. It's fair to say as well that
was more politics, to be fair.
Yeah. It's fair to say that for all of his attributes as a striker, in terms of being someone who could score and hold up play, yes, he did hold up play very well. But again, as a lot of people said, you've got to be able to score goals. And even if even if you are willing to contribute, if you can't score goals, then it's going to be a problem. And we felt the pinch of that when we let Aubameyang leave, and Lacazette didn't really contribute very much. All the faith that Arteta had put in him, he never really responded. And so, about 70 goals in 200-odd games. Not exactly the best returns per se, and he never really showed that he was able to kick on and do very much and really take control of the game. So, for me, it would have been a what might have been. I'll give him a 6 out of 10 for his time over here. but he loses points for the way he faded away. That's my point.
Yeah, I mean, I echo a lot of what you said there. Arteta did regress. He's regressed every striker that's come at Arsenal. Let's be honest. Every striker that's at Arsenal, they've gone back a bit with Arteta. Say, what do you make of him? If he's there this time, are you there this time, Say?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, for me, like I said, it's been horrible. It's been a terrible signing. We spent over 50 million on him, and if we're honest, yeah, Wenger didn't really rate him. The only reason why we bought him was because there was no other strikers out there that were willing to come to Arsenal, and the reason why we spent another 60 million on another striker just 6 months later after we bought, like I said, because he was never good enough.
To be honest, mate, I don't actually remember that much about it because I was it was August we bought him or July or something like that. And and it was 2017. So so I had my transplant in November, so I didn't really remember much about it. To be honest,
yeah, but for me, it's been poor for Arsenal. It's been underwhelming to have him in the team. He's never scored 15 goals or more in any season. He's never shown. He's had like one okay season under Unai Emery, but he was never good enough. He didn't score enough. He didn't create enough. People praise him for his work rate, but work rate is a given. People praise him for his link-up play, but his link-up play never led to enough goals anyway. He was playing too deep, and he's had lots of opportunities by never taking them. He came as a big name. We paid him a lot of money on wages. We paid a big fee for him. I mean, if you pay that amount of money, you need to give me Aubameyang numbers.
Do you know what it? Do you know the one sentence I can, if I can boil it down to one sentence, he was a £50 million Giroud.
Nah, not even that. Giroud is much better than.
No. And no. At his time, at Giroud's time at Arsenal, no, he didn't score enough goals. Didn't score enough goals in the league. Again, people commented about his link-up play, but again, it was.
But Steven, Giroud was. We paid 12 million for Giroud, and we didn't pay him big wages.
But that's what I'm saying. Lacazette has either just been as. Lacazette has either been as good. Has either been as good or worse than Giroud.
For me, it's been worse than Giroud. If I'm honest, for me, Giroud offers you way more as a link-up player, as a target man, way more presence in the last third of the pitch. And for me, like I said, I don't see it. I know a lot of fans like him and praise him and hype him up. I don't see it. For me, he's poor, he's slow, he's sloppy, he misses a lot of chances, and
I can't see how after this season how anyone can literally stand behind Lacazette.
I mean, you can see he said he wanted to play Champions League football, but no team went in for him. He had to go back to Lyon. Yeah. And it's because nobody wants him. Nobody rates him. It's not good enough. I mean, look at France. France, when Benzema was suspended,
they didn't bring him in.
They didn't bring him in. They even had that other guy who was playing in Mexico ahead of him. I forgot his name, but he was It was him and Giroud who they used to play. It was a long time ago. Maybe Static remember him, but I forgot his name. But even he was ahead of him. For me, like I said, it's just terrible. I'll give him 3 out of 10 for his time with us.
Wow. I would say... And actually, everyone, if they put a rating of what you think, right? I'd love to know what anyone else thinks in the chat. So, if you would put a rating for Lacazette, what would you give him at his time at Arsenal? I'd say 5. 5. I'd say.
Yeah, even Andre Pierre Guignac was ahead of him.
It's not been great. He's had a good season and a couple of spells, but after that, it was never great after that. And again, like, we haven't pushed on. When we signed him, it was supposed to be a sign of us pushing on and pushing forward, but that I don't really blame him, because that's partly down to the club, right? Because the club's got no ambition. But again, up front, he's not been great.
Well, if he scored a bit more goals, seasons where we lose out on Champions League with 1 point, we get into Champions League, innit?
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that, but like, even then,
because if you clock it, Stephen, like the club,
but I understand that, but we can't have a But we can't have a go at a guy that's had a look. I understand that, but you can't have a go.
Invest that much money on a player.
Yeah,
you do it because you want to.
I understand that, but if the club's I understand that, but the club's not being ambitious enough to go get himself better.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. You have to understand when Lacazette joined Arsenal, we spent a lot of money since he's been here.
Yeah, but and look how we've spent it. We've spent it on shit.
Yeah, but we bought Aubameyang, innit? We spent big money on Aubameyang. We spent big money on Lacazette. We at that time we had Sanchez still in the team. We still had Özil in the team.
No, we didn't have Sanchez in when Aubameyang turned up.
No, but when Lacazette, we were talking about when we bought Lacazette, we still had some good players, but the problem is senior players like Lacazette himself didn't turn up. He didn't become what he was supposed to be for us. We didn't get a £50 million striker who was earning almost 200k a week. And that's what I'm saying, that if he was one of them, if he lived up to his reputation and the money we bought for him, we would have been a better club. And we wouldn't have need to spend the money we spend on Aubameyang. We would have been able to spend that money on other.
I can't blame him, because the club's got no ambition. We know the club's got no ambition. He's had no ambition. It's had no ambition for ages. Like, that's why every player that has come to Arsenal has, has, to be fair, failed, because we ain't gone on to challenge for the league, have we?
But for me, I disagree. I think we've given, like I said, enough for him to do better than he did.
He could have done better than he did, but in the end, we didn't kick up
finals, and he's never turned up in any final. Let's not forget, since he's been here.
I understand that, and I'm saying he could have done more, but in the end, right? Yeah, the club has not been ambitious enough to push forward anyway.
What I'm saying, since Lacazette has been here, he's joined Arsenal at a period where Arsenal has spent a lot of money. We spent a lot of money on Pepe as well. Like, we've spent money, we bought players, but he's one of the players like Pepe and Lacazette. These guys,
we haven't improved as a team. We've got worse.
No, but
how's that his fault?
Wait. Let me just land. So the players have to take some kind of responsibility.
Hang on, he's gone. His sound's gone.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, but
like for me, yeah, I'm not. You know me. I'm straightforward. I don't back the manager, and I don't back the owners. But when it comes to players, they have to take their responsibility. We can blame the owners for not getting it right with Arteta. We can blame the owners for everything bad they've done through these years. But what I'm saying is that at the time when Lacazette joined Arsenal, we've spent some big money. Like we spent big money on Pepe, on Aubameyang, on Tierney. Like we've bought a lot of players and invested a lot of money, but because players also hasn't lived up to what they were supposed to do, we have also regressed as a team. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying all the blame is on Lacazette or on the players, but part of the issue why we are where we are today is because players like Lacazette didn't do what they were supposed to do. And yes, you can say we should have done more. I don't disagree. Yes, you could have said we should have had a better manager, but he still didn't turn up. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna move on, because some of the like transfer stories have been like obviously mad. We all know Saliba's turning back up. We know that Tielemans is at a cut price yet. We still haven't made no offer. It's weird that, isn't it? It's weird how also because we fixed the defence, no one's mentioned about any defenders so far. So there you go. Five, same from my point of view. I don't know. He still plays in the Mexican league. Yeah, I don't know who he is, to be honest, mate. Would you take Scamacca? I'd take him as the second option, mate, because he's 23. We need experience in this team. We need experience. We need a spirit striker who knows how to score goals. And for me, like Jesus, I'm not sure if he's the answer to that either. Because if the amount of chances Man City create, and you can't score enough goals to warrant Man City keeping you, right? Why the hell would Arsenal? Why do we need to go and get him when we're 17th in the league for stats? If we're 17th in the league for big chances creative in terms of the stats last season, right? We need to have a seriously clinical striker, right? And Jesus, we've seen multiple times for Man City not been clinical at all, right? So why are we trying to get him and offer 200 grand a week? That one doesn't make sense to me. Scamacca would make sense because of the age, but he's 23. He'll be inconsistent. His first season, his second season, maybe will be inconsistent because A, he's trying to get used to being in the Premier League. B, he's a young player. They're inconsistent. So there you go. Like him at Spurs, Kane back up. He would be like Llorente coming off bench in that Champions League. Yeah, absolutely. I do agree with that. He's not a regular. Yeah, he's not a regular starter. Clearly, Take Tillemans, Jesus, another mid, and Spence from Forest. Who?
Get Spence, the right back.
Okay, but we don't rate Renato Sanchez. Sorry, I had to say that. Would you sign Ben Foster? No. I had to say that.
As a third keeper.
Would you, as backup? As backup?
As the third choice, I wouldn't mind.
No, we got so many keepers.
But who though? Oh shit.
People hype. But then, to be fair, people like people,
as a third keeper. Yeah.
I will just before we like have an absolute meltdown about trying to buy Ben Foster. We did have a meltdown about buying Ramsdale and look what happened. But I do doubt it was going to happen again. Like lightning don't strike twice. So I don't think lightning will strike twice on that one.
Stephen is talking.
But Ben Foster, Stephen, would come in as a third choice goalkeeper, and he wouldn't cost anything, and he has Premier League experience. Surely that's not bad until the youngsters can go on loan, and then we can see if Kroenke and these guys are good enough to get into Arsenal, or if we need to buy someone else later. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it saves us money. And he would happily sit on the bench, and he got experience. It's not like he's a dead goalkeeper. No, he's not gonna be our number one, but as a number 3, I don't think it's that bad. If I'm honest.
I'm going to disagree. And as I've told Stephen, the issue with Ramsdale and Foster, chalk and cheese. Ramsdale's young at the beginning of his career. He's pushing on. He's close to retirement. And he did actually say in the papers that he would have wanted to come as a number 2, but I definitely do not think he would be interested in coming over to Arsenal and being a number 3, unless it would be a club in the Champions League. I mean, why else do you think Scott Carson has been parking his backside on the bench at Manchester City as third goalkeeper despite not getting any games? So, I mean, Foster's been a terrific keeper. He definitely has had some talent. His last season at Watford, he was their best player, but that's not saying much. He's made a few mistakes. Closer to the end, I wouldn't take him. No, it would be an extravagance. You might not see it front, but I don't think it's
Ed Foster. No, like it's too old.
For me, yes, Stephen. Okay, let me ask you this, Stephen. Who would you trust more? Kroenke, who's right now our third choice, or Ben Foster?
I've never seen Kroenke play.
He played last season in pre-season, and he was shit.
I've never seen him.
That's why you haven't seen.
Do you really think I was watching those fucking? Do you really think I paid Arsenal £10 for a game to watch that? Get loyal.
But
like,
no, it was before they started charging the pre-season games. But all I'm saying is that this Matt Turner, I don't know if he's any good, and we won't be able to get a third choice keeper who's better than Ben Foster. I don't think a keeper is better than Ben Foster.
He didn't mean Ramsdale. He meant the rest of our keepers.
It's coming to Arsenal, in my opinion. I don't think someone who's better than him is coming to Arsenal. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. But anyway, it's not a big deal. Like
Carl Rossi's got a point there. He's got a point actually.
Yeah. For us, it would be so awesome.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. So let me just go back. Right. So you would take Spence at Forest, who was actually at Middlesbrough, but you wouldn't take Renato Sanchez. Someone work that one out.
I know. But if I'm honest, even ability-wise, Renato is good enough, but availability-wise, He's not good enough. He's too injured.
Yeah, that is a point.
He's
But
injured again.
ability, but that's like I said, ability-wise, he's quality.
Yeah,
If we can
ability-wise, he's
keep him
good enough.
fit, brilliant.
Availability-wise, he's not. And we already have that issue with Thomas Partey. So to bring in another injury-prone midfielder, it would be a big risk.
Yeah, that's the only risk.
I would look at someone like Bissouma to come in instead. Who can play in the 6th role, he can play in the pivot, and he can play as the number 8. I think Bissouma is a very complete player, very underrated for me. I like
is better. Mate, I'm making no judgments on them players. I don't.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of them enough to say that this goalkeeper is amazing. But
I watched MLS as my second team is Orlando City. And Turner is actually a decent player and will be and has been decent in the US squad. I've heard that actually. To be fair, Alexander a backup goal scorer, but in my eyes, many strikers in Italy and then average. But it's about whether we can get Scamacca out of the Serie A. Not many Italian players do leave Serie A. So, great, big up, John. I hope you're doing well, mate. Congrats on the new one, on the little one, as well. Yeah. By the way, this weekend, John, right, I expect you for the Grand Prix. Right, no dodging this time. Gabriel's goal scoring record for the club and country is worse than Alvaro Morata's. Renato Sanchez has already played for one. Funny. Yeah, you got top 4. Don't need to fucking rub it in. Jesus Christ. We don't need telling.
Listen, I think with Gabriel Jesus, I think what we have to take into account as well is that he has played a lot.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Sorry, I've got to stop. Luca, I'm going to ask the very simple question here. How many games have you seen him play?
Yeah, but it's the same. It's the tiramisu assessment all over again.
I bet it's this. Zilch.
He had this meltdown about Ramsdale.
I remember that. Yeah, then he was like, I never did that. Yeah, you did. Sorry, he was having a meltdown last season. Tommy Asu and Ben and Ramsdale coming in the last minute. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, well, let's see what happens. And then, you know what I mean? I'll stick your Red Bull up your arse, John. Seriously, I don't hopefully it'll give you arse wings or something. Gives Max Verstappen's arse wings. Hopefully, if you stick sorry, I can't stand Red Bull. He played his team on FIFA. That's how. Because they've never heard of him. He's had a few injury problems recently, but I think will serve as a good. But that's a good point, mate. That's a good point. Because you ain't heard of him. Everyone thinks he's shit. I don't get that about social media.
But that's Arsenal.
Have you ever seen him play? No. So shut the fuck up. Make your judgment when you've seen him play.
Exactly.
And that's why I don't speak a lot about him, because I haven't seen him play yet. So I can't tell you that I watch MLS football and I watch US national team. But fact is, he's been keeping Stefan on the bench lately, and so he must be half decent.
Yeah, I agree with this, James. It's just like you said about the injuries. Is a problem. Is always going to be a problem. So I'm just gonna try and go through.
Yes, Steven, a question to you. I know you're not. I know you're not that keen on Gabriel Jesus, but the striker market is quite. It's not very exciting if I say that. So,
not if you're in a team in the Europa League, no.
No, yeah, and we have to take all of that into account. That I think strikers that are proven and better than Jesus, they don't want to come to Arsenal. So who would you rather we go for? That's realistic.
I can't say Scamacca because, like, I don't know who he is, to be honest. Like, Martinez looks like he's it looks like Lukaku is wants to go in and on a loan, and Chelsea are either going to get Skriniar, Bastoni, or Martinez as an option as the return loanee, but that'll probably just be Skriniar or Martinez. But I think that one's out the window.
But is Martinez even better than Jesus? Because he doesn't have a great goal scoring record, and he's been playing in Italy. At least we know that Jesus played in Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, look, if Arsenal
look at
if Arsenal with that intent, but what I'm saying is, if Arsenal with that intent of getting him, pay the money and just do it then, right? Let's not fuck around, right? Because the longer you fuck around, before you know it, we got him going to Real Madrid or to any other Premier League club, right? And then we're sitting here with nothing.
Listen, right? That's media for you. What's it called, Steven? If Real Madrid wanted Jesus, he would be playing for them now. Like they don't want to.
I've seen it. But I've seen it before. I've seen it before. How many times have we seen it before? Though we fucked around and they've gone and got him.
What I'm saying is, Steven, where we are now as a team, this isn't Arsenal like 5 years ago. Where we are now, and with Arteta as a manager, and we missing out on Champions League for 5-6 years in a row. If Real Madrid even were talking to Jesus' agent, they wouldn't pick our calls. We saw that in the winter with Vlahovic. We're not that attractive. I think this is his agent trying to get as much money as possible. I think it's probably almost a done deal. You see Arsenal players are posting his picture on Instagram. They've probably talked. They're trying to get as much wages as possible and agent fee as possible. You know, put out some rumors there, but I think it's quite a done deal, if I'm honest. And
look, that's what I've been reporting on. It's like the personal terms have been agreed. It's just the price we're trying to fucking agree on, right? Which is what I'm saying. If you've agreed personal terms, just pay the fucking 10 mil, right?
Yeah, but just then again,
pay the 10 fucking mil.
Always complain. Oh, Arsenal overpaid. Oh, there is this and that. Why did we pay too much? You just have money left. Like,
no, but I'm not saying that because we've got the fucking money. We've got the money to not spend more than fucking 150 mil. We've got enough money to spend even more than 250 mil if we really fucking wanted to. Don't sit there and we got it.
Yeah, but you know, like me, that Arsenal Football Club is now 100% owned by the Kroenke. So they won't spend 300, 250 million. It's not that they can't.
We know that. We know that.
So if we, and you know what's going to happen, if we overpay for Jesus, all of a sudden Leicester's going to be like, oh, you got that much money. Oh, we want another extra 10 mil for Tielemans as well. And then that's you know how it is. They got to put our pants down, and everybody's gonna start charging us 10, 15 million more, and then all of a sudden we are there not buying the players we need to buy because all of a sudden all of them have become too expensive.
Oh, Static, you thought that hard, didn't you? It's con Static, con say eat, isn't it?
Ban him. Ban him from the channel.
I'm sorry.
He always do something with my name. The disrespect. And I always back him. Ban him.
I need the subs. The thing is, if Jesus goes to Madrid, it's the same as it won't play. Yeah. That's a good point.
But yeah, and it's a World Cup.
I've just seen it. I've just seen it before. That's all I've seen. I've seen it before.
Yeah, listen, Steven, I don't blame you for being nervous when it comes to Arsenal and transfers.
Especially when other clubs come in. Like, you know what I mean?
You have the right to be nervous. Like, that's every Arsenal fan should be nervous because our record in the transfer market isn't great. Listen, Static, I'm coming for you, man. You want war? Let's bring it on.
I'm telling you to drop the link. Oh, don't.
Brave enough to join the channel, to join the stream. Sorry.
Oh, fuck it. You know what? Why not?
Yeah, he's been bottling it lately, like Arteta.
Oh, fuck. Jesus, I can't. Oh, you're fuck. Oh, that's talk about spark it off. Well, there you go. Like, say, Static. There's the. Well, I sent you the link anyway, didn't I? We might need a referee for it. Yeah, like I'll be the referee. Well, like Static, you gotta come on then. Let's go. Like,
it's nothing but love it. He's moving like a threat. It's no threat for me. He won't come on.
You're trying to turn into like you're trying to turn my channel to WWE WrestleMania or something.
Well, at least you won't get banned from YouTube like you've been trying to do lately. I'm trying to help you here, Steven.
Mate, I can't help it if I'm gonna roast Arteta calling him his like Pep's bitch. I mean, what do you want me to do? I can just pay to speak the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts.
Yeah, but it's also good if the algorithm doesn't do you dirty and you get more views.
To be fair, like I think the lunch, the 2 p.m. transfer talk went like with literally one swear word in it. I think.
Yeah. Daytime streams are good. They're good because it's not a lot of competition.
Big up, Solo. I bet you're buzzing knowing that 10 Hog's in there. So, but yeah. Oh, but and also,
what happened to Wreck-It Ralph?
What happened to Darwin Núñez? Because he looks like he's going to Liverpool now.
Yeah.
That's pretty much done.
Something is wrong at Man United. Arsenal are bad.
Mate, I've said it before. If they haven't got, it's like with Arsenal. It's exactly the same with Arsenal. If we haven't got the ownership and the structure, same as Man United, to go and compete at the highest level, right? And this is why I said it's all right bringing 10 Hag in, but are you going to change yourself upstairs to give him what he needs?
I don't think so, because I think that's why they sacked Ralph, because Ralph was going to change.
He called it out.
He's going to come with a clear plan and not buy the market players. He was actually going to buy good players, but they don't want that.
What was that site? I'm here.
Oh, he's finally turned up. Now it's looking like being champion. At the end of the season, you finally see that thing.
Never do that again. Never again. I have big balls like George Graham, boys. George Graham, sorry.
Should we call him Eddie Static? Turns up at the end of the season when it doesn't matter.
Just got to say in the background, Alex, mate. I was only just gonna get. So I was only trying to get Static on for like the last 2 minutes because it is obviously it is the Arsenal gossip column. So I'll get you on the next show on the Heart of the Press show. So do apologise, mate. But
sorry to interrupt, boys. I just want to say hello to everyone. Good show, boys.
Yeah. Big up Static.
Yeah.
It's all bad.
Exactly. So exactly is what you need. Static. Big up. Yeah.
Keep talking. I've got to mute myself. 1 second.
Okay. I was going to ask him if he felt.
Sorry, it's my mic. Just 1 second.
Okay. I was going to say, is he feeling positive about anything before we wrap up?
Static. Is it positive about us?
No, I was just going to ask. Like anyone does anyone feel positive about like what? Like, do you feel that we are going to get someone of the players that we've been talking to, such as Skamaka or Jesus, like Tillemans? Does anyone think we're going to get him? Anyone think we're going to get any of these?
My prediction, Stephen, is that we will get Jesus, we will get Tillemans. Fans will be gassed like we've signed Prime Aguero and Prime De Bruyne. Don't get me wrong, they're two good players. They are better than we have, but it's not enough. How come a player like Serge Gnabry that wants to leave Bayern Munich is available? Why aren't we after him? That's the kind of signings I want to see. If you told me that Arsenal went and signed Serge Gnabry, they signed Gundogan on a free, they signed Bissouma.
Well, this is the thing. Lewandowski's leaving, which could open a door to Maane going to Bayern, which then could probably lead to Serge Gnabry coming to Arsenal.
Yeah, he's turned down contracts, but this is what I'm saying. How often is a player like Gnabry available? It's not very often. So now that he is, and we know that he is an Arsenal fan, why don't we put money on him? We know that Bissouma is an Arsenal fan. Why don't we go and put money on him? We know that Gundogan is a winner. Why don't we get him in as an experienced player?
So your prediction is
there will be a window. Fans will get gas. They will overhype it. We'll probably finish in Europa League places again, and that's my prediction.
Yeah, that's probably true.
You see. We got Jesus.
Wait! I've just got to do something here. Hang on a minute. Oh, look! They finally come out of their caves. They've been disappearing for 3 weeks. They've now come out of the caves. What? You come up with excuses now?
He's got a new credit card now. That's why.
Yeah, you got the credit in the bank for Credit King for Arteta. Like, did you not get enough characters to put Arteta next to King there? So he's Credit King Arteta or something. I'm just asking. But like I'm just saying, believe in Arteta. Yeah, okay. I tried to give a little bit of belief last season, mate. What did we do? Oh, yeah. We bottled it to Spurs. If you think that's fucking good enough, bottling it to Spurs, right? This is the fuckery we got here with this club. That is the fuckery we've got in this club. 3 extra wins. Less draws.
Comment, man.
Three extra wins. Hang on. Hang on. I'm ending him right now. 3 extra wins. Same amount of defeats. More goals conceded. That is not fucking progress. If you think that's progress, why don't you actually stop telling us to piss off down the lane and go do it yourself, right? Because that's something I expect out of them, and even they don't have that sort of like mentality these days. Like even they have a bigger mentality than us. Like I said, we tried giving a little bit of credit. We tried giving a little bit of credit last season, and what do? He bottled it. Like he did against Villarreal. So that's twice he's bottled Champions League football. Twice, right?
Listen, you can say he's done it time because in his first season he had the Europa League route.
But hang on,
in the second season,
here's the great thing about it. Here's the great thing about it. So, what's going to happen next season? You're going to go, oh well, he can't. He'll find a way, but halfway through the season, you're going to go, oh, you can't expect him to compete against Spurs with Conte, Ten Hag with Man United, Tuchel with Chelsea, Klopp with Liverpool, right, and Pep with Man City. You can't expect him to keep up with them managers. He's a young manager, so you've got to give him time, right? He's got to learn his trade, right? So that's the next fucking excuse that's going to come next season. So this is how stupid these fuckers are. Like, football is a moving thing, right? I don't fucking care. Right? I'm fed up with them. Right?
You need to behave.
No. Mate, the last person that said, mate, the last person that said behave ended up in jail.
Yeah.
I can't believe
the way you moving, you might not be long away from him.
Look, I predicted 8 to 12, right? But when we realised we could get top 4, right? We should have got top 4. We were favourites from pretty much half of the season to get top 4, and your man bottled it. 4 points, 3 games left. Bottle job.
See, if I can back you up.
See ya. Good night. Sayonara. Go kiss my ass. Go moan it to someone who actually would like that you actually want to listen to, because here you're gonna get told the truth.
Yeah, but listen, I'm going to back you up here, because here's the thing. This season, we didn't have European football either. We were only playing once per week.
Dole, I love you, bro, but come on.
We had every single chance to try to make the most of it. People were a lot of people who were Arteta we had an advantage. Now we can concentrate on the league. That lot of good that did us. No top 4, no Champions League. Back in the same ennui that is the Europa League. Every year, the same thing. We're almost there. Trust the process. I wanted him gone. He mucked up against Villarreal in the semi-final. And next season is Champions League or bust. I don't care if he wins an FA Cup or the Carling Cup as well. It can be one small trophy to keep the Arteta in people happy. No, it's Champions League or bust. Simple as that. And you're going to have to accept that credit. Sorry. You're going to have to look inside yourself and accept that.
Look inside. Was it like, look, just do a bit of Michael Jackson, right? And like, look yourself in the man in the mirror, right?
You want to go to a better club? Take a look at yourself and make that change.
That's what they're doing at the minute. They've had that. That's what they've been doing the last 3 weeks. They've been talking to that man in the middle, like to realise. Oh my God, my man couldn't do it. By the way, let's put in the private.
Let's make something clear. Let's just make something clear here as well. Top 4 is not good enough. Top 4 is not good enough. An Arsenal legendary manager used to finish top 4 20 years in a row.
And you wanted him out.
And it wasn't good enough. And you wanted him out. And it was time for him to go. So I can't go from top 4 not being good enough for Wenger.
Yeah, that's true, Hilton.
To
Alex
praising another man for getting us top 4. Especially with the money we've spent, with the power we've given the manager, and the patience. He's gotten everything. Even the match-going fans has backed this manager. When was the last time an Arsenal manager had all of this?
There's one more thing I want to point out to Credit King as well. He said, you know, we bottled it to Spurs, right? The ones that are supposed to be the professional bottlers, but now we are because we got a bottle job of a manager.
Listen,
right?
Spurs finished above us 6 years in a row.
No, hang on. Right? What did they do in January that Arteta didn't? Oh yeah, he brought 2 players in, right? And because he's an elite manager and he's better than your parasite of a fraud that's called Arteta, right, 10 times better. He managed to get from 8th in March to 4th by the end of May, right? And signing 2 players, which cost 50 mil. How much has Arteta had money spent on him to get top 4? Was it 250 mil in it? And he still can't get top 4. And yet Conte can do it in half a season with 50 mil. And people are telling me Rome's not built in a day. I need to take my time. No. Excuse me. I've waited 18 years. I ain't waiting any fucking longer. This manager's had 2.5 years. Right? It's about time he start fucking paying us with some actual good football. And if he can't, get lost. Right? And Natish, you said if you didn't and Natish, you said last season, if we don't improve properly, this season, right, you want him gone.
But I sometimes wonder if Arteta is Natish adopted father or something.
Must be. I don't know.
The love and patience he has for this manager is I don't see where from what, if I'm honest. And the thing is, this year, I'm not even here to say that Arteta is useless or clueless. All I'm saying is that he is not good enough for Arsenal football. And that's the bottom line. You don't need all these years and all this money just to achieve top 4. We're not even talking about winning the title or being title contenders. We can't even get top 4, guys. What is top 4? You don't get a medal for finishing in the Champions League. Nobody cares about who finished 4th. It's only Arsenal. Like, what is the obsession with top 4? The obsession should be winning titles. Surely we should want to be the best team in the world. Surely that should be ambition. You should wake up every day and want that.
How
am I crazy?
So you saying right? For 250 million, right, that we've spent, or 150 million this season, you spent, however you want to fucking put it, right? An extra 3 wins, same amount of defeats, and more goals conceded, those fixed the defence, is an improvement. Yeah, right. Like I said, it's because Leicester, West Ham, and Man United had shitter seasons. We ain't improved at all. Right? Time to get something. It's about time Arsenal fans and Arteta fans get their fucking head out their arse. Right? And start demanding more. Right? And you're saying you're going to be here for a decade. Well, just expect another decade of bullshit. Right? Right? But you keep knocking one out for him. Go on. You keep knocking one out for this manager. Right? Don't expect us to get anywhere near it. Because Conte, right, improved Tottenham in half a season. Something Arteta couldn't do in 2.5 years. There you go. It's what an elite manager does. Yeah, you and the Tish, you're including this. You all said that Conte's not good enough. We don't need him at Arsenal. We don't need him at Arsenal. Really?
For me, the
Really?
problem with Arsenal is sentiment, Stephen. We think that we are entitled to a certain way of play, a certain style of play, a certain kind of manager and players. We are not. We are not a classy club. We are not a special club. We are not the old Arsenal. We are not good enough to turn down Conte, Ancelotti, Mourinho, all these managers that we've had opportunity to get. We are not good enough to turn them down. And we did, and all of them have won something during the time that we could have had them.
Tottenham did not fluke it. Get out of here. You bottled it. That's what you did. Like, get your head out of your eyes, honestly. How is it our we're not, like, how is it our problem? You said we've improved. I'm telling you, we haven't. And it says on the Premier League record, we fucking haven't. Simple. Doesn't take fucking work. It doesn't take a fucking neuro fucking surgeon to work that one out.
Like, we've reached a stage where we are trying to justify finishing fifth is good, and it's shocking for me.
I'm telling you what, I bet you he was in that fucking stadium on that Sunday, jumping up and down with his new fucking Arsenal shirt, topless, like, oh, we're in fucking Europa League. I thought it was Champions League that we were saying that song, wasn't it? I thought it was Super Mick Arteta we're getting in the Champions League. And Credit King also. How did Arteta say we're going to win the Champions League by the end of next year? How are we going to do that?
Yeah, Static wants to say something. What do you want to say, bud?
Yeah, sorry, Static. Go on, mate. Go for it. Go for it, mate.
Okay, I was going to respond to... I need to respond to King Solo's comment. First of all, hey, bro. I wanted to respond to him and to everyone out there. I'm sick and tired of everyone saying Rome is built in a day. Mourinho, speaking of Rome, Mourinho has spent one season at Roma and he managed to win Roma's first trophy in 14 years, the Europa Conference League. Conte, he was at Tottenham for what, 6-8 months? And he managed to get Tottenham in the top 4. Rome is built in a day, people. Stop saying that, please. Just stop it. Stop embarrassing yourselves.
Yeah, we worked.
Look at what Conte did at Inter. Static. They hadn't won the title for how many years? First season,
my God.
He finished second. Second season, he won it.
No, that's not an excuse. Because who thinned out our squad in fucking January, you daft twat? Honestly.
Look at Ancelotti.
I'm sorry. I'm fed up with the excuses. I'm fed up with it.
Oh, yeah. That's another example.
He's not good enough. He's a dinosaur.
No.
The dinosaur went and won the treble.
I can't stand it. This is why our club's never... I'm sorry. This is why our club is never going to get back to where we are. Because we've got dickheads like this that make excuses to the fucking cows. We would finish 8th and he'd fucking make an excuse for it. Do you know what? We'd finish fucking 17th and he'd fucking make an excuse for it.
Maybe something is wrong at Arsenal.
Yeah, people like them.
That's why we keep getting injuries. Maybe that's what they need to start looking into. Because I haven't seen a team cry so much about injuries as Arsenal Football Club. It's almost as if they want us to pause the season.
So that's our fault.
Until our players are fit enough, and then play again. Which they kind of did, but we still bottle it.
Boys, we spend more time complaining about the referees, the injuries, but we're not criticising the club. What's actually going on inside and outside, the injuries and what's really going on.
Sorry, there is something you value seriously got to learn, right, as Arteta in fans. You could be Arteta in fans if you really want, but criticise your club, right? You can criticise your club, right? You don't have to be like these wankers that are called top weds, right? And never fucking criticise the club in any way, because you're not a fan if you don't criticise the club. No, you are a fan because you care. Because you care. Right? The reason I criticise my mates is because I care about them. Right? That's why. That's why if I see there's a problem with Static, for example, I criticise him because I care about it. Right? But like it's the same here. Right? If you care about your club,
don't forget that.
Yeah, like by all means, be Arteta in. But don't sit there and blindly not ever criticise the club. Criticise the club for our performances. And this season is simple as this. However you dress it up, we bottled it. Simple. Simple. And if you can't get your head around that, you lot need to see a neurosurgeon.
You know what the funny thing is? I know a few Arteta in fans, a few friends of mine. Even they admit we bottled it.
There you go.
So it's like,
I'm not. I haven't got a
they're
problem
not
with
that
people
clueless. They do criticize their team.
They're real fans. Yes, you want to back the manager, fine, but you can criticize your club. This not keep going on like, we don't ever happy. There's not ever a problem. Okay, why is Edu
saying that? Because you can back the manager and the process and still criticize.
Okay, right, and Natish, you're sitting there saying we've improved, we've done this, one and that, but you're the one that decided to back, didn't want to back fucking Wenger for finishing the top 4.
But didn't we concede more goals than last season? Or am I wrong?
Easy, Stephen.
Whoa!
Say that again, Kingside. Hold on.
Didn't we concede more goals this season than last season?
Yes, 48. Last season, 39.
Yeah, and what was the excuse? What, Natish? I'm sorry, Natish.
And
what
that was the season where we finished 8th.
Hang on, what was the excuse? I've got the excuses. Hang on, look at our clean sheets. I said I don't care about clean sheets. It doesn't mean jack shit to the table about your clean sheets. What matters is the goal difference.
Yeah, but it's the same thing when we've had most points during the calendar year. It's the same hypocrisy. I don't care what we do in the 38 games.
First 3
and
games
where
don't
we
count.
finish. That's what's matter.
No, do you know what I'm gonna do? The first no. I'm gonna go. If we're gonna win the
first 3 games, they don't count.
The first 3 games, I'm gonna just say these games don't count.
Sorry,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it.
Obviously, I don't know the rules. The first 3 games doesn't count.
Yeah, the first 3 games don't count.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. How dare I even demand
if we go through the first half of the season?
The 3 games.
No. If we're really good for the first half of the season, but really shit the second half of the season, I'm going to say the first half of the season doesn't count either.
Yeah, I'll be doing that too. It's a free hit. The first 2 games, free hit.
If we beat Man United or Chelsea, I'm going to say it's a free hit. It's a free hit.
You guys remember, at the end of the season before, people were saying that we've had the 3rd best form since January. Next season, we're going to finish in the top 4, which was last season. And guess what? We didn't. Because having form in some part of the season doesn't justify the whole season. It doesn't reflect it.
Plus, you guys don't criticise the club. We were talking earlier about Edu, right? Explain to me spending £3.5 million on a player that is on a free. He's not worth anything, and yet we've just given Sao Paulo 3.5 million. Like, here you go, it's a donation. Well, if that's the case, Edu, can you donate 3.5 million to my fucking charity stream? Like, the charity needs the money.
It is corrupted.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I have a theory, and I said this to Steven when he called me.
Yeah, I just want to say, I just want them to respond to that, to see, you think everything's great, and they'll come up. I want to see what the excuse is for this. What culture? What, a culture of bottling it and fucking finishing below Spurs? Yeah, great culture. Bottling it and finishing below Spurs. So we're coming Banter FC and Bottle Job FC now. So we're replacing them as Bottle Jobs. Yeah, that's a good culture. Next.
The culture to
Yeah, I just want to say
exterminate experienced players.
Credit.
Okay.
Credit, King. You might need to top up Arteta's credit score because he ain't got no credit.
Go King Sight.
Yeah, we've now reached a stage where we will praise anything, even stuff that you can't praise. So we can get a player for free, but we will pay 3.5 million for that player instead. And it's the same fans who will praise the manager for lowering the wage bill and saving us money. But when we pay money for players we can get free, I don't hear any noise. When we pay players to leave us, I don't hear the complaint. How come Edu joined us? We've paid Socrates to leave, Mustafi to leave, Asil to leave, Aubameyang to leave, and we've also paid money for players who doesn't cost anything. That tells me, and it smells corruption. Someone is benefiting from Arsenal paying players and agent money that they don't need to pay them. And it was the same thing with Don Raul, who a certain Edu went on a holiday on a yacht with last season. I'm just saying, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are.
Look, Mane, just look at this. I love that. Like, yeah, who's he calling the most? This, look, honestly.
That was a good day. What?
Wow. Do you know what was a good day, mate? Like, you probably don't know this because you're probably 14 years old, so you've never actually seen this shirt before, right? Like, well, 17, 18, it's now 18 years, right? But I get told mate, but anyway, I got to get told I've got to keep staying patient. Now I've waited 18 years, basically the time it takes to become a man, right? To watch Arsenal go win a league. But I've got to still be patient. I still got to be patient. Yeah, look, in that time, you could literally have a child and he could go out and get fucking married. Right? Like, for fuck's sake. And yet, I was going to say something else that was even dirtier, but like, I thought I'd stick with that one. But like, this shirt, 2004.
That's a great shirt, by the way.
Invincible shirt. Something that Arteta couldn't even wear, couldn't even look at. Right? And you're saying a good culture. How was the good culture when Xhaka was sending shots to the whole squad, saying that, oh yeah, my performance was good, but everyone else was shit? Basically, how was your culture then, mate? Right? Did you back him up on that? Or did you tell him to go fuck himself? Because I told him to go fuck himself. Because he's one of the main reasons why we've got a problem at this club. Players like him. Right? And he's got the bollocks to sit out on TV and call out players that have done 10 times what he's done they've done it in what, 1 or 2 seasons? And I'm talking Saka and Martinelli. They've done more at the club than what Xhaka's done in the last, well, since he's been here. You know what I mean? Like, and yet your manager relies on Granit Xhaka, the player that we've bought, and then since then we have qualified for the Champions League. Funny that, isn't it? It's funny that. Is it just coincidence? No. But yeah, he's forgiven him, mate, because he probably played. Do you know what's happened? He played well. The next game he played well after telling the fans to F off. He probably said, "Oh, Jack is so brilliant." Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. And here's the thing. You know, people like Xhaka, people like Nketiah, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. They're the ones who epitomise the same arrogance of which Aubameyang was accused. So people talk about changing
and Guendouzi.
Edward. and yet we've got even more rotting wood in the form of Xhaka in the squad. What sort of a mentor is he? What sort of a captain is he?
100 grand a week. 100 grand a week for Nketiah. I'd love to see the excuse for that. Fuck me. Deserve what?
Can I?
Christ.
Mate.
You deserve 0 credit.
I'm gonna have to take because I've got to take the virtual background off because it's gonna blow it up. This is what I think. That go fuck your credit. Go fuck your credit, right? Along with your manager. Right? Don't like it, watch something else. Because we're telling the truth. We're speaking fact. Criticism, facts of this club. If you don't like it, go watch AFTV or something else. Go watch something else. I couldn't give a fuck. I couldn't give a shit. But I ain't like being fake positive, this, that, or the other. Right? Right?
Well said, man.
He's not. He's not a player this season. He never has been. Yeah, but yeah. No, there's opposing opinions, then there's complete delusion. And you're complete delusion. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Because like Static said earlier, he's got Arteta in fans. That's an opposing opinion. But they can criticise the club and have different opinions performances. You can have different opinions on players. Like I don't particularly rate Jesus coming in. Some people do.
And the funny thing is they're starting to turn now.
I'm not sitting here and having people talk just complete absolute BS and dross and making excuses because the excuses run out. Right?
It's funny you say that because again,
the fact you don't even know what your delusions are is the fact that you're deluded. You don't even know what they are. You think Arteta's improved? He hasn't. He's brought a good culture? He hasn't. He's improved our defence? He hasn't. Like you're saying, Nketiah gave you a good day. Well, yippee do. Like Xhaka's for example, like Tavares scored against Man United. Like doesn't mean I rate him. But he gave me happiness on that day. Doesn't mean I then rate him. He said he deserves to stay at the club. Like, there you go. Like, and I don't need to say it. The whole chat are saying it. You're deluded. So what does that tell me? I think if I was the only one saying I was deluded, I'd look at my saying that you're deluded. If I was the only one saying that you're deluded, I would actually look and think, am I being harsh? Right, but since the whole chat, right, but because the whole chat are saying you're deluded, and the fact you're saying Nketiah is good enough because he scored 2 goals on that day, and Xhaka's a good player. Well, that just tells me everything I need to know. And this is why fans like you are going to make this club sink lower and lower and lower. Because you never raise your standards. Right? My standards are to win the league. Your standards to accept anything that comes out of this manager's mouth. Right? Or this club's mouth. Like, there you go. Simple. And on that note, I think we might end it there, to be honest, because otherwise we could go on all night.
Can I just say something? My expectations this season just finished were Arsenal to finish top 4 and win a trophy. Since Arteta's failed both objectives, he needs to go. He still needs to go. Bye-bye. That's all. I never lower my standards, boys. Never. Why should I? I've had to put up, like you, Stephen, I've had to put up with this for 18 years of no league
Don't lower
title.
your standards. Don't lower your standards.
Never.
Do you know what?
My family And I get that from my family. Hold on. I get that from my family as well. They're all Arsenal fans. My mum, my grandparents, they never lower their standards, and they've taught. And I've been brought up from them. And big love and respect to my family as well, because they've brought me up the right way, which is to never accept anything less.
Exactly. Look, I just bought to Ryan City, for example.
It's morally wrong as well.
Like, Man City used to have less standards than we do. Now they have more.
Yeah.
Like, no top 6 club will part with this.
Sorry, the comment by Ryan.
Only
Xhaka isn't a great player.
He ain't a great player. Static. Yeah, Xhaka is better off. Xhaka is better off retiring for bit, right? And like that, or being arrested for impersonating a football player. Like, would be shot. Yeah, it probably is, mate. He's got no credit anyway. Never drop your standards, guys. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to drop the standards here, mate. Definitely. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up there. Right? There's still 10 people watching after about an hour and a half, which is usually quite surprising, actually. So
big love and respect to you all.
Big respect to everyone that's watched.
Hit the like button and subscribe.
Yes.
Sorry, you said that. Oh, stop making excuses.
Hang on.
Raise the standards.
No. I'm just.
Go on, Stephen. Destroy him, please. Do it.
I've got a genuine question.
Sorry, destroy.
Do you think where do you think he's going to finish this season? Where do you think he's going to finish next season? He won't finish lower than he'll finish lower than 6th.
I bet Credit King will predict first.
But Jesus is now got interest from other clubs, right? So that's one. Scamacca doesn't look like he's probably going to leave Serie A because Italian players rarely do. Marquinhos is 19 years old, and
I've never even heard of the player.
No, and Tillemans. That's gone quiet. So, but yeah, Spurs have made 2 signings already, mate. You know what I mean?
Aston Villa as well.
So yeah, what signings? So what signings, mate? What signings?
We haven't even signed Jesus yet. What's going on? Come on.
We've signed Nketiah, so he's a new player.
Don't encourage him.
Rossi.
Don't encourage him.
Carl.
How? Don't just say we're going to have a better season. Fucking explain how and where we're going to finish. It's a genuine fucking question.
It doesn't matter who
So basically,
it's not difficult question to work out. It's a simple question. How we're going to have a better season and where we're going to finish. Because I bet you, if you say top 4, I'm going to laugh.
Yeah, top 4.
Because Newcastle improving. No, because Newcastle improving. No, but Newcastle improving. They've already put us in a spin, right? With their new owners. Aston Villa are improving. Leicester are going to be improving. West Ham will be improving. Man United will be improving. So 8th, 9th. Ooh.
No, I don't think every team will finish above us because we did this last season. They always be the flops.
No,
I think,
mate, if you don't like it,
no, you don't
credit.
I think
you don't like it. Watch some dross, right? That's going to tell you everything you want to fucking hear.
I reckon.
Don't just respect the Arteta out people, Credit King. Show some respect, man. Come on.
It's
everyone's
my channel,
entitled to their opinion.
Right? And everyone's entitled to opinion, right?
Yeah.
And if we all decide we want to be Arteta out, that's our problem, right?
Listen,
right? We've had our fair share of Arteta people on it as well, right?
And they're always welcome.
Everyone's
welcome.
Arteta in,
just...
and he's welcome to the channel. Static is a big believer of Arteta. He's welcome to the channel. So it's like,
shut up, Mr. Salt.
But he's not. But they're not as mad.
I'm joking.
Nah, joking. But yeah, but we are always open to the debate. And when the manager does something,
hang on. The reason you are is that the reason you feel like that, right, is because of the crap you're coming out with, right? Because I've not even had Arteta people on it that have been that deluded.
Listen, I'm gonna say this year, we're not here to gang up on you, Credit King.
No,
it's just that we have another opinion than you have, and we have another expectation of what Arsenal Football Club should do, and we definitely have a very different view on the manager than you have. For me, personally, if you've been at a club for 3 years, you've been given $250 million to spend, you choose the players you want in and you choose the players you want out, the minimum we can expect is Champions League football every season and a domestic cup. That's the bare minimum we can expect.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and there you go. I didn't even look. I was even prepared to sacrifice a trophy just to get the top 4 because I know it benefit us long term. But
not me.
No, but no, we couldn't even do that. Like, so there we are. So, like, simple. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Right. So, sorry it's gone a bit longer than usual.
Thank you for having me on, Stephen. Even though I joined late. I had to come on because of King's site. I blame him for this.
Oh, I'm glad you came on now.
He's moving like Eddie Nketiah. He joins the end of the season, puts in a few decent, appearances, but at the end of the day, it's not good enough.
At least I know how to score over 10 goals, and I'm a striker. So.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to leave it there.
I don't waste chances. Sorry.
Manny,
moving on. New subject.
Manny, where can they find you, mate?
You can find me on Instagram, MannyThangaro1981. Come July, I might possibly improve my social media profile a little bit more. But until then, just floating around like a bird.
Wicked, brilliant. Static, where can they find you?
Nowhere but here and YouTube.
Great.
That's it.
Don't worry. Also, it's all right, Cole. It gives us just entertainment, mate.
You can also find me on many other Arsenal-related channels, which I'm sure a lot of people have seen me around. So if you see me, just come and say hello, and I'll respond.
Yeah. Carl, if he
keep up the good work, Stephen.
Basically, if saying of next time, if he gets offensive to anyone in the chat or the panel, then get rid of him. But if he's just coming up with delusional opinions, then leave it.
He's thrown down the gauntlet.
No. I've got it now. Hang on a minute. Where's my screenshot? There you go. Right. End of this next season, we're not in Champions League. I expect you to be Arteta out. Boom. No excuses. Boom.
Yep, I just saved that comment too.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, yeah. I don't agree with anything Credit King have said, but fair play to come here and speak what you believe. We believe something else. But I'm telling you now,
it's the same with attention everyone else. Go on, King. Sorry.
Arteta is not finishing in the Champions League places. I can guarantee you that now. It's not going to happen.
No way.
Yes.
I'll spare you the disappointment now. Honestly, you see the levels of management from the likes of Conte, Klopp, Thomas, and Pep.
Too cool.
I know you're waiting to bait me there.
I don't know if you've watched my channel before, mate.
No,
but I've made my standards. I've made my standards very clear. Right, my standards is not just Arteta and if we get Champions League. It's if we compete for the league. Right, until we compete for the league, I will not be Arteta in.
Yeah,
I've said that
because it's boring.
I've said that from day dot.
It's boring.
Yeah,
I've said that from day dot. And what's the point of being in Champions League? Just compete in it and make the numbers up. And
guys,
Arteta,
are you not tired of Arsenal being seen as a banter club? Are you not tired?
Hell yeah.
We're not going to live forever,
yeah.
you know.
Of course I am.
Nothing lasts forever. I want to see Arsenal win league titles again. It's boring.
Kinsai, we've had to put up with this for 18 years. Yeah, it's been 18 years of being
That's
laughed
perfectly
and
right.
mocked.
You set the expectation, mate.
Yeah.
You set
We've
the
been laughed at and mocked
expectation.
for 18
I
years,
have my
man.
expectations already set. Right?
And let's not forget,
Did he
Arteta said he wanted to win the Champions League in 3 years.
Yeah,
Your
next
manager
season.
is setting the bar. You hold your manager to account, Credit King.
Well, actually, Credit King, like that. By the way, when he said 3 years, the third year was this year coming up. So we ain't getting Champions League in 3 years. So if you may not notice, mate, but the process that you all told us to trust with that, right? Because that's what you came out with, so we have to trust the process with it, right? That clearly that process is already broken because he hasn't got Champions League. He ain't getting Champions League football to win the Champions League next year, is he? And on that bombshell, say, where can they find you?
Steven, do you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna finish in the Conference League spot after flopping in the Europa League. We're gonna win the Conference League, and everybody's gonna say when he said UCL, he mean UEFA Conference League. So the process is working. I can already see you guys.
Oh, shut up! Shut it, you. Honestly,
Kingsley, you've become Nostradamus already.
We had setbacks. Oh, fuck off. I know.
Yeah, guys, you can find me here.
Hang on. I know we had setbacks. We employed Arteta as a manager.
That's a fair comment. It's a fair comment.
Anyway, say where can I find you?
Yeah. You can find me here. Congratulations to Steven for not saying anything wild today and trying to get us banned from YouTube. So fair play to you, my guy.
Well, I didn't mention anything about DT.
Yeah, I didn't mention DT, Illuminati, any conspiracy theory. Steven is actually making.
What was the comment of that stream? What was the comment of that stream? That was fucking funny. I'm sorry, I saw that comment. I died.
The process is working for you, Steven, man. I can see you're getting better.
Fuck off.
You're not getting cancelled.
No.
Well, yeah, guys. So you can find me here now. I was worried for a time, but the process is working.
No, it's not. Like, I know we got 15-year-olds knocking on one out for Arteta that might that probably
There's a lot of guys who fancy him.
I'm not even going to go further. I'm not going to go further on that road. Anyway.
By the way, I need to say something just quickly. The Emirates put up the banner of Jose Antonio Reyes. That replaced the Arteta banner. Keep that forever, Arsenal Football Club. And respect for paying the tribute to Reyes. Rest in peace for this month. Miss him greatly.
True great.
He's
a legend. And he wasn't there for very long as well.
Yeah.
No. He just showed.
He did more in those 2.5 years than what Arteta did as his time as a manager and a player.
Facts.
Yeah, that's facts.
But anyway, we're gonna leave it there. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Right, no doubt I've pissed off a load of Arteta fans, but who gives a fuck? Right. Just look at their own club first. Should look at the club first rather than look at me. So there you go. I'm negative. We're negative.
No, I was just saying that it was fun to have them come on and really say what they had to say. Here's the thing, as you said, they can have their opinion, but they should articulate themselves. And if they're confronted by facts, they should have the decency to at least consider those facts. If you can't articulate your facts,
that's the thing. He didn't want to consider. He doesn't want to consider those.
Very true, Manny.
Yeah, a gentleman is defined as someone who can disagree without being disagreeable. The problem is these Arteta fans are just disagreeable, so they're not gentlemen.
I mean, listen. During the season, me and Steven, at some point, we thought that Arsenal were going to get top 4. Static didn't. But we would argue with respect,
was right, by the way.
And we would bring facts. And at the end of the day, he was right. We were wrong.
Yeah.
Arteta once again put us in the mud. And this is why.
Hang on. Static was shitting himself at one point.
No.
No, it was. I would have put unlike you guys, I would have actually come on and I would have hold my hands up and say, you know what?
Static.
I got it wrong. Arteta got top 4, well done. But I still won a league title.
yeah. But honestly, and I admit it.
At least
I was wrong. I
have the balls to come on,
we were going to get top 4, and we didn't. And he needs to go.
For the record, I was not nervous whatsoever. Even if we were going to get top 4, I was not nervous at all.
Yeah, of course.
I was pretty calm. I was very calm all season. Trust me, boys.
Top 4.
See, this is how the disagreeable is.
Major achievement, even if you get it.
Honestly, Go, King Tight.
For me, even if we did get top 4, it's not a major achievement for me. It's just the bare minimum. I cannot praise you for do the bare minimum. If you turn up to work every day, 8 to 5, I'm not gonna praise you for that. That's the bare minimum. You need to actually do something good.
Yeah.
And you need to win titles. That's what I want.
Last comment.
That's how they're, and that's why you're not a gentleman, because you won't consider any other facts. You won't consider any facts. No, and hang on, and I'm going to way. If you were going to say the only fact I need is 5th, well, the only fact I need is I've watched my team win a title.
Listen, 5th is better than 8th, but it's not good.
So I know what it takes, and I'll tell you what, this manager ain't got it.
I can't praise someone for finishing 5th with Arsenal. It's not taking Brighton to 5th.
That football club, boys.
Mate, I didn't accept as a 10-year-old.
I would say fair play to them. If Crystal Palace is 5th, I'd say fair play to them. But not Arsenal.
Mate, when we finished behind Man United in 2nd, like, I wouldn't accept it. Like, even though we're winning titles, like, there you go. Like, but yeah,
Good show, Steven.
He won't. Emery got 5th, but you won't rate him. Yeah, what did he do in the Champions League? What did he do in the Europa League?
Yeah.
How did he get in the Champions League to get to the semi-final? Oh yeah, who did he beat in the semi-final Europa League to get there? Oh yeah. There you go then. Yeah. So, like I said, the only fact that I need is that I've seen my team win a title, so I know what it takes, and this manager ain't got it. So, you keep believing in that.
Same, and I was very
Yep. But make sure you hit the like.
I can sign my life on it that Arteta is not winning us the league with Arsenal.
You definitely ain't now. Anyway. Yeah, we do. Because as soon as he got out, and we realised we're going Arteta, I wanted him back because that's how shit Arteta is.
And I'm just gonna say this shortly.
The football was not good enough with Emery when he got sacked, so he had to go, right? But
it's gonna happen, Credit King.
It's like you can be with a girl.
It's gonna happen,
and you are not good for each
other. Will be gone. It's only a matter of time.
That doesn't mean that you can't be with another girl. Like Emery was a good manager, but he didn't fit Arsenal, and Arsenal didn't back him, to be honest. So he had to go. That doesn't mean that we need to settle with Arteta. Arteta himself isn't good enough. He also needs to go. And I support Arsenal, and as long as a manager doesn't come in and massively improve us, I'm gonna want more, and I'm gonna demand more.
Yeah. And at the time, we were like, there was other managers available, but he said, yeah, but because so instead of like saying like so there was other quality managers but available, but because he was cheap, we got him. It's like, for example, like we've gone on a night out and they said, well, like I can't afford that, I can't afford that, but I can afford to get her a drink. Like, and that's probably the worst of the lot. Sorry. Like, I'm leaving that there. But anyway, look.
Steven,
in the end,
it's almost 2 hours. Let's keep going. 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. No. Oh, come on, man.
I want
check the final comments and then before we go. There has to be at least one more comment from Credit King.
Well, there was a response. The football was poor. Well, yeah. Of course it is. Like, you got a novice. Like,
can I just say?
And by the way, like, what did Arteta do when he took over Man City for one game? Oh, he lost. That was Pep's Man City, which was supposed to be the best team in the league. It's the best team in the league, right? So if we got Arteta and he's that fucking good, he should have beaten the Olympic Lyon in the Champions League, shouldn't he? Oh wait, he lost. Funny that, isn't it? Right,
it's funny that Credit King said before that he will last for 10 years. There's no one is going to last managing a team for 10 years. That doesn't exist anymore. That doesn't exist anymore.
I think Klopp might stay at Liverpool for 10 years.
Yeah,
but
Klopp's an exception, though. Klopp's an exception. He lasted 7 years at Borussia Dortmund. It might be the same for Liverpool, but
if you're good enough, you're an exception.
Yeah,
he ain't good enough. So you're basically saying Arteta is the level of Pep and Klopp to stay that long.
But why would you now, today, even want him to stand for 10 years when you don't? So if he keeps on finishing 5th and 8th, you're going to be happy with him staying for 10 years.
That's basically what he's saying.
Wow. I'm shocked. Honestly, I'm shocked. I don't understand. I don't understand. I understand if someone tells me that.
Look, instead of the social I'm just taking the hand away and just doing that instead.
But 10 years. Why? I mean,
every rival
and you give them 10 years.
If we give Arteta 10 years, every fan in the world is going to be like, apart from Arsenal fans, every rival is going to be like that.
Don't forget, every team around Europe will laugh at Arsenal as well.
They already are, basically.
Yeah, they already are.
They already are. Yeah, they already are.
That's true.
They already are, mate.
Villarreal fans are laughing at Arsenal. It's like, you lost to Emery.
I don't remember the 10 months that we won 10 years.
Anyway, we're going to leave it there.
Yeah, great show, Steve. 2 hours, by the way. Well done.
Yeah, no thanks.
And it took faster for Villarreal to reach another Champions League semi-final than it took for us.
Yes, true.
Our last one was 2006.
Yeah.
So where's the progress?
What? What, semi-final? No, it weren't.
We lost in 2011. We lost.
Talk about Emery's progress at Villarreal compared to Arteta, Arsenal, Stephen.
No. Last time we got to a Champions League semi-final, it was 2008, 2009.
2009.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
we lost as United. So yeah.
And it took faster for Villarreal to reach it again. Look where we are. 2008 was the last time. How many years is that?
No,
2009.
Years. 2009.
Oh, sorry, 13 years then. So yeah, guys, 13 years. That's the process.
13, 14, who gives a fuck?
You might count to 14 years because we're not reaching the Champions League semi-final next year anyway.
Oh, could you imagine? Remember that team? You remember that team we had that season? Could you imagine Arteta with that team? Jesus fucking Christ! Fuck me, you'd be fucking annihilated. Anyway, we're gonna leave it there. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, right? And yeah, we will speak to you soon. Until then, take care. Bye bye.